Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. This is the second video on a Stone PTT telephone. And this telephone, in the first video we showed you the initial video of the checkout. We showed you a little bit of what was going on with this telephone. And in this second video, I want to show you there's quite a few different little problems that we're going to have to solve, and that's why it's here. So basically, one thing I want to show you is on the receiver or the handset. This is a glob, and it's from the factory. It's a connection. There's a little eye connection that's soldered onto where the transmitter would sit, capsule on the other side of this bracket or the case. And this is just it's really just kind of a mess. Okay, so that needs to be removed. And what I want to show you is some of these wires. Basically what will happen is they'll come loose, and they just need to be basically resoldered on. I'm going to leave this one alone, the yellow one. I've checked it out. It's okay. The connection right in here where it meets the eye is good. Over here I want to show you on the receiver, somebody has already been in this one, and as you can see here, what they did was they added a piece of wire. This is where it broke off from this capsule encasement, and it broke off here, and they added a piece of wire here, and they didn't even tape it or protect the connection, and so that's not good. So that's going to have to be changed. We're going to have to change that. We're going to have to tape that and protect it so it doesn't get. But as you can see, these, I don't know why they have such heavy connections from the factory. You know, you're not building a tank here. We're just building a phone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this down real quick. Get something to set this on. And what I want to do is I want to solder this green wire back onto where it goes. And we want to get a little solder on the tip of our gun here. And I've already tinned the wire, so basically what we're going to do is just kind of lay that on there. Now when the wire is real thin like that, it takes it a little bit. You got to hold it. Takes it a little bit to cool off enough to let go of it. But that gets rid of this mess here, this big glob and eye contact that they had on here. That's not needed. I don't know why they overdo it like that. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to come back to this connection, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend it down. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue. I'm going to put a little hot glue on this wire. And what that's going to do, or a little sticky tape. And what that's going to do, it'd probably be some sticky tape or something. What that's double-sided tape or something. What that's going to do is that's going to hold that. If you've ever looked on the inside of these handset wires, they're kind of frayed. And they build them like that, and they have cloth in them, and that's to make them very so that you can move them back and forth and very pliable, and they don't break. See, but the problem is when you have a raw connection like this, if you start moving it around at the raw connection where it's soldered, it will break off. And so the double-sided tape or the hot glue is going to hold it into place, so there's not a lot of movement there, and that'll take care of that. Over here on this one, basically it looks like they've got I wouldn't have used a solid wire here, but it's on there. The connection is working. It is good, and we'll get this taped up here so that doesn't short out anywhere. But these are just, I'm not sure who engineered the design here, but it's just overkill. This big globs of solder, and they have it wire wound. It was almost like they were building it, you know, to I don't know. It's just way overdone. It's blown out of proportion, and it didn't have to be like that. And you probably can't see it on video, but not only do they have this soldered, they have it wrapped with wire. And I don't know where they thought it was going to go, but it's an overkill. And like I was showing you here, that is just this is just a massive piece of junk, really, if that's what you want to call it. It's just overkill. So anyway, to get on to the next thing here, I want to show you a little bit about what's going on with the bell circuit. First thing you want to do here is I've isolated this capacitor, and this is for the ring circuit, okay, and I've disconnected it. This capacitor just can't handle it, okay, for what we're doing here, and it's the right size, but the capacitor's probably bad, and it's causing the bell to just barely tinkle, and it just doesn't have what it needs any longer. So we're removing that, and we're going to replace it with this capacitor, which is basically the same size, but it's a newer style, and it's what we're using. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hook this up. I'm going to turn this over, and I want to show you a little bit of something here about how we're going to hook this up. So basically, we kind of just have it wired in a little bit, and we've got this side here. We're going to connect to this side here of the bell winding, and this is coming off our line cord, and then this goes to the cap. And I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to ring the bell. Okay, I'm going to disconnect it, and then I got to get the analyzer. So that shows you a little bit about what's going on with this. And so once we get this capacitor secured in there, and we get a couple of the connections taken care of on this handset, we'll probably have to do some more work, because we have to rewire some of the hook switch, and then we have to start working on wiring in our handset. So we got quite a bit to do, but this shows you a little bit about the process of repairing the telephone. And so we hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair. and goodbye.